Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dreams to Reality podcast. I'm your host, Annabelle the Animal Rodriguez, and this is episode 43. Today's guest, I'm super excited to hear her story. We have an ex-porn star turned divine feminine coach. She's actually the host of Sacred Soul Talk podcast. She is an oracle, a priestess, a psychic healer. She's actually promoting her signature coaching course, Rebirth. You can check that out at unleashyoursexy.com. That's sexy with an I. You can register for her free masterclass to become your best self. Please help me welcome the divine, the beautiful, the amazing Deanne Marlene Munoz. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
How's your day going today, Deanne?
You know, well, it is magical as always.
Magical. I like the sound of that.
Magical.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm really curious to finding out a little bit more about your story because I really don't know much about you. Okay. You know, I found out about you probably during the pandemic. I just came across your Instagram. I think during that time, everybody was at home, you know, just going through their social media, yes, trying to figure out what to do to pass the time during the pandemic. And that was the first time that I came across your page. And I think at that time you had like millions of followers, if I don't remember.
6 million followers.
Yeah. You had a shitload of followers.
We're still working on trying to get that page back. I actually got screwed over by some jerk for $10,000.
No way. He said he could get it back for you?
Completely jacked me. They wasn't even try to get it back, and I got
scam
screwed.
Artist. That's crazy. So what happened? What happened with that?
So December 21st, was it 2020?
Yeah.
I want to say around November, early November.
Yeah.
Facebook decided to post this huge thing about like anti-adult entertainers.
Yes.
So at that point now, every single adult film star is stressing out. But then a lot of us had blue checks. And back then when you had a blue check, no matter what you did, you weren't getting deleted.
Yeah.
So what had happened was years prior to that, I had got numerous flags. Yeah. You know, so okay, during the pandemic. During the pandemic. And everyone's going through the delirium.
Yeah.
The minute we had heard San Francisco closed down, no one's in work. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's all closed down. There's no one in the streets.
Yeah. Instagram's
headquarters is in San Francisco.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so everybody was sort of talking amongst the little like OnlyFans crew. Yeah, the adult crew, everybody who was, banned from posting anything you can't post.
Yeah.
So I wonder the first 4 weeks, everybody was just like, oh man, like, so is anybody on? Like, who's going to flag the photos?
Yeah.
So weeks and weeks went by and slowly.
You got a little excited.
Some of the girls started posting things. Now, I waited a good 4 months.
Yeah.
Watching, I'm not going to follow everyone to jump off.
So you're saying they were posting more risky content?
Yes. So mind you, I hadn't had any flags on this page.
Yeah. So there's no warning or anything like that?
Well, no, you get warnings. You get numerous warnings.
Oh, okay.
But I had prior over 8 pages deleted.
Yeah.
So once I got to the millions and I got the blue check at 6 millions, I made sure I didn't ever get a flag. So I'd never been flagged on this new page.
Yeah.
So I'm watching everybody and I'm like, okay, we're 4 months in deep. Nobody's still at Instagram. Nobody's still on the streets.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me join the bandwagon.
Yeah.
So I'm on there posting join my OnlyFans, join my OnlyFans, join na.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, my money probably doubled and tripled.
Wow.
Just from those postings alone, because people are now going on there.
Was it worth it?
It was okay. Now hold on.
At the time, it probably was.
At the time, it was worth it, and I think I did it for about 6 weeks.
Okay.
And then I pussied out and was like, screw.
Yeah.
So I backed up.
Yeah.
Made my posts all back to normal, super clean.
Yeah.
2 years later, 2021.
Okay.
2021, there was a random week where I kept getting flag after flag after flag after flag after flag after flag after flag, and I was just like,
what the hell's going on?
And it doesn't really show you what you're getting flagged on. And I was like, I'm so confused. I'm like, my page is so clean. I was like, what is going on with them? And I was like, maybe let me just keep disputing it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't dispute these. And at one point, when you get over like 6-7 flags, you can no longer dispute them.
Yeah.
And now I can't even press a dispute button, and I'm so confused. And so finally I'm like, well, let me go see. And you're looking, and it's like July 12th, 2019.
Wow. From way back then?
And I said so June and July is when I went on that 6-week thing.
Yeah.
To jump on it.
Yeah.
So, Instagram's the devil. Like, they were like, they were pissed about that.
Yeah.
It took them 2 years. They probably hired a crew.
Yeah, to look at like your archive.
Yes, like posts. Let's go back to those 90 days when everyone was wilding out. We're gonna delete that's ego. Like they're like, we're gonna delete everybody.
You really think that's what it was? They actually went back and
yes.
Shit.
Every single one of those posts, I got flagged.
Yeah. You know what? I think what it is that Instagram at the end of the day is a business. And I don't think they're anti-adult entertainment because they would be not allowing entertainers to even have Instagram. I think they're more about like they want to get paid. Like they probably don't like that you're using their medium as a marketing tool to get paid and not giving them their cut, No,
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because now they offered us subscriptions.
Oh, that's right, huh?
So
you can pay a subscription.
have subscriptions, and I have friends that have subscriptions.
Yeah.
You can't post a bikini photo, like, unless you're in front of a beach.
Oh my God!
Then
so there's
you get flagged.
There's specific like protocols they have to follow.
Yes, and you get flagged for that.
Oh my God!
So I think I've lost a subscription. Every 30 days I lose it because I accidentally post something that they're like, that was inappropriate, and I'm like, I'm literally like, all I have is like a beautiful dress on. It just happened to have like a long slit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just psycho.
That's crazy.
So it's just not even about that, because at that point we were thinking, cool, you have subscription.
Yeah.
I could just post modeling photos.
Right.
But bikini ones.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not even that.
Can't post music. If there's music in the background
right.
and you're with your friends at the bar.
I think that happened one time. I was on live and I had like some music playing in the background.
They deleted it, yes.
For like 6 weeks or something, I couldn't go on live.
And then if you're drinking on there. So if you're at dinner and somebody cheers, you lose your subscription for 30 days.
Damn, so it's like super, super strict. I didn't even know it was like that.
No, and I'm telling you, like, what's the platform for now? Like, it's not OnlyFans. Like, like, just take it off because nobody's joining it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that restrictive, I mean, people are going to be like, why join this when I can join
that's ultimately what I got in trouble for.
Yeah.
So they went back, and I ended up, at the time, I had 3 people on my crew who would go through all my comments to help respond to everybody, to say hello, thank you for your inquiries. So I literally, for 48 hours, when I noticed it was all of those, and mind you, it was nonstop coming through, like bing, bing, bing. So I was like, man, how do I just like turn off my page? But you can't.
Yeah.
So I think I literally turned my page off.
Really? You like?
And I had to hire these 3 people. I'm like, I will triple your income for 48 hours. I need you to go nonstop, all the way back to these archives, because all of my, it was only the stories. All the stories were archived.
Yeah.
So I needed them to go. I'm like, everyone, you're going to, at 12 p.m. tomorrow, we're going to put this page back on. I need everyone nonstop
just
to delete every single archive. So we did that. It saved us for a minute. But mind you, now I had over like 20 flags.
Yeah.
And I lost my ability. So I had one flag that happened right on the day of December 21st, 2020. And everyone, and then that day, I think I had 5 friends lose their page.
Yeah.
And I didn't lose mine the first day. So I said, I'm Gucci. Next morning I woke up, page gone.
Dang, that's a bummer. Hey, but you know what? Sometimes the worst thing that happens in your life is the best thing that happens in your life.
This was a defining moment. Because you would think most people would freak out, right? 6 million followers.
Because if people that are out there and are listening, they don't understand what that means. They just think, 6 million followers and she got, whatever, have her do it again. No. It's a straight out revenue source. So 6 million people looking at I don't care what you do. If you have a dog and your dog has 6 million followers, you could be marketing for Petco.
Yeah,
you could be promoting for all kinds. I don't care what you do, man. You could be a Fiji water
puppy
guy,
floss.
with 6 million followers. You're making some money, and then on top of that, you have a straight out business, that you're using as a marketing source. So Yeah, essentially they destroyed your business overnight. Well,
you would have thought that.
That's what most people take it as.
And I think everyone that I knew literally lost their, their noggins, like when they were doing theirs.
Yeah.
And I literally sat there and I just kind of laughed. And the first message I got from Spirit, like the first vision I got was, it's time for change, Deanne.
Yeah.
So I didn't take it as a fear. Like there was this inner knowing, like this, like, okay.
We call it the knowingness.
Yeah, like Spirit literally was like, I already knew that I was supposed to be doing my life coaching full time, my motivational speaking full time.
That's really funny you say that, because my first question that I was going to ask you, what was the catalyst to transition you from the adult entertainment industry into your coaching program? And you just told me the story without me even have to ask you.
Spirit's like, we're going to make this flow perfectly.
Yeah, that's really cool. So you didn't go into it with fear. You had a
zero.
Yeah.
If anything, there was this almost this feeling of like, oh.
Yeah, because I remember specifically during that time. I won't get into detail on the show, but I had someone in my life that also was in the same industry as you, and she was super scared of losing her page. And then I remember her telling me specifically, like, "Oh, Deanna lost her page. Like, I'm really scared." And she started doing the same thing, like taking off old posts, cleaning everything up, and like now people that have like or anyone that has an OnlyFans, they don't even promote it. They just put their link tree. They
like,
say,
"Go to my spicy site."
Yeah, spicy.
Even that, you're just like. You're like, if you know, you know. That's what everyone's like. If you know,
spelled with the money sign instead of an S. So it's like you have to like work around all of these different barriers that they're putting in front of you now to make it profitable. And I feel kind of like the I don't know for you, because obviously you're on a different level than the average OnlyFans model, but I think it's kind of getting a little bit oversaturated where everybody's like on there. So you have to like really, really market yourself, and you have to stand out, to make a...
No, you actually don't. So how OnlyFans works is there's no front page on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So it's not like somebody's going to go to onlyfans.com and then they have to choose a girl.
Yeah.
You go to onlyfans.com, it's a blank white page that says, sign up as a subscriber, or sign up as a client.
Yeah.
That's it.
A creator or a client.
Yeah. And so what it is the good thing is this is like, I'm not competing with anyone else.
Yeah.
Because I'm bringing in my personal fan base who's following me religiously to come on.
Yeah.
So they're following my page for me already.
Right.
So they want to know where they can see more.
Yeah.
Versus like if I go to a strip club.
Yeah.
You're
like, competing with the whoever's walking by.
There's a whole bunch of guys coming into the strip club just to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Now I have to go. Everyone has to go manipulate them and hustle them and talk them into like, oh, like you want more. You want to come watch me. Versus OnlyFans is literally I'm just like on my personal page with my personal fan base.
Yeah.
Where they're like, Kiara, I want to talk to you.
Right.
Cool. Come join here. So it's 100% banked guaranteed.
Yeah.
So it's way different. Like it's saturated in the sense of like if a guy's following another 10 big booty bitches that are Latina and look like me, I guess that would be. But honestly, at the end of the day, somebody who's a fan, if he looks like Latina, big tits and big booty, there's no competition. He's gonna go to other people's pages.
Yeah.
So there really is never competition at the end of the day.
Right.
It's a matter of as long as I'm delivering quality services to them, like customer service that they're like really feeling like, wow, like I'm really feeling this boyfriend experience with Kiara when I come to her page. Like she really takes time to talk to me, find out how my day went, what's going on. And that's the difference between like whose page is going to stay on.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, people want connection. They want to feel.
Everybody wants.
They want to feel important. They want to feel loved. They want to feel like they matter, seen. And unfortunately, for men, it's a lot harder to get seen, to get acknowledged, to get whatever it is that they're looking for. Compared to girls, and I'm just talking, from my own experience. I wish I had some
gas
tits,
station. 10 people right there. Hey,
exactly. So I think it is a market that it's it's like shooting fish in a barrel sometimes, because men want that. They desire that. And it's rare for them to get it from beautiful women. So then they do the next best thing is like, all right, I'll pay for this membership so I can have contact with this person. And at least I'll feel like I have some connection with someone I feel I probably couldn't outside of this platform. So you're feeling a need and a fantasy and a fulfillment for certain people. But now you've transitioned to something completely different, you know.
Completely like
guys, getting off to helping and empowering people to become their best self, you know. And you say you're a divine feminine coach, and you're an oracle, a priestess, a psychic healer. When did you get into the divinity world, and how do you use that when it comes to your coaching program?
Okay, so that's what differentiates me, because we have life coaches, we have motivational speakers, you have trauma people, you have like psychologists. It's like the self-improvement realm is so huge. And what we get to do is like, I get to package my magic. I get to package my gifts that like I can perfectly support somebody else who's in like soul alignment with what I'm offering. So like, I'm not going to be like this. I'm not the life coach that you're going to be like, let's put a suit on her and, you know, drop her into Sony, you know, films, you know, and like have her in there, like teaching people, like, you know, like, I mean, I could do it though.
Yeah.
And actually, and I guarantee you they'd have a lot more fun with me than some like super conservative, you know, older lady walking in there. So Divine Feminine Coach is, I teach women to heal their traumas, because women who are very in their masculine, it's because of trauma that's happened throughout their life, throughout their childhood, and it's a defense mechanism. So what I teach is, you're a woman, you're allowed to be soft, loving, and sensual, because that's who you truly are at your core.
Right.
But because life happened, you started becoming a tough girl, and that disconnected you from your authenticity.
Right.
So I get to teach women to be soft, to dance, to play, to paint, to go outside and lay in the grass and, you know, get lost in the clouds. So it's reconnecting with your heart and spirit again. Yeah. That you can be loving, you can be feminine, you can be vulnerable as a superpower. What we get to do is build really strong boundaries.
Yeah.
Because we build the self-worth so strong that she no longer needs to be this tough girl to like, well, everyone's going to take advantage of me. Nobody will ever take advantage of you if you have very high standards.
Of course.
High self-worth, because you won't allow anyone to disrespect you the first time.
Yeah, it's kind of tough for a lot of people that have been through abuse, because a lot of the times they end up blaming themselves, you know, for the abuse. And sometimes you do have to take the accountability, because what you're saying is that you allowed certain things to happen to you, and with your help and your empowerment, you're no longer going to allow that. You know, you're going to set boundaries when you're like, oh, I've been down this road before, you know, I'm not going to allow this to happen. And something, I think what you're doing is very important, especially in today's age, because the feminist movement is, to me, very anti-feminine. You know, it's almost like they want them to be feminist.
Men. Feminist movement has nothing to do with femininity.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't feel feminine. I feel like
I mean, and I've said this before. Like, I'm anti it.
Yeah, I am. I'm because at the current form of the feminist is I hate men.
Yes.
And
I want to be equal.
Yeah, and everybody has their role to play. You know, the purpose of life on a biological level is survival and reproduction. You know, don't die and make a baby, because one day you're not going to be here anymore. And that's how we procreate, and that's how we advance our species as humans. So I don't care what you do. At the end of the day, if you put a guy and a girl in a room, you know, long enough, they're going to do their thing, you know. And male and female, say what you want to say, we have different features about us, you know. And like you said, allowing a female to be soft, to be nurturing, to be the feminine side, and it's okay, instead of being the hard hardness that they have to portray because of today's age, I think a lot of women are suffering. You know, if you go to a girl that's, you know, single, has 3 kids, has 2 jobs, is working, she's probably in her masculine.
100%.
Because she has to be.
Moms have to be.
She has to be. She doesn't have a man in her life taking
Correct.
care of her. She doesn't have someone that's, you know, guiding her. So she's doing what she has to do to survive. But if you ask her, do you want to live like that?
No, of course not.
No,
So,
you know.
so there is there's like a viral reel right now going all over TikTok.
Yeah.
And in it, it's like this girl, and she's like, first of all, these feminist women, who the hell told you guys that we want to be working in the workplace with these guys? I want to be on a beach having a pina colada while my husband works.
Yeah.
Who started this trend?
Yeah.
And it's exactly what the divine feminine stands for.
Yeah.
And with this is now where we're in a generation where men are lazy.
Yeah.
Men are feminine.
Yeah.
Men just kick back and don't do shit with their lives.
Yeah.
We need men to start stepping up again, to be that caveman, the provider, the protector, the person that the women gets to relax and play and be soft and be loving and be nurturing. That's the issue is men are fucking pussies nowadays.
Yeah, there's 2 ways we can put it. There's a abundance of bitch ass guys, pussies, you know.
Literally, they're crybabies. Like, man the fuck up.
And then there's an abundance of women that are in their masculine. So it feels almost backwards, like men are turning into women and women are turning into men, and then everybody's in a disarray. No one's happy, and relationships are shit. And we have to fix that imbalance. And it starts with empowering people and teaching people.
It starts with the men.
It starts with us.
It starts with the men, ultimately.
Because
if every man was to step up into his caveman, like, I'm the caveman. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be, I'm going to be in the best shape of my health.
Yeah.
Because back in the caveman days, it was the strongest man who worked out, who could fight, who can grab the dinner and kill it, who can fight another man for the hottest girl in the tribe. That's what women want. Like, they want the man that's with the biggest muscles, the man who's going to protect them, who can financially take care of them. Because at the end of the day, that's where our femininity gets to.
That's where it allows you to express your femininity.
Yes. I don't know, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay. So I think you might be from my generation. So I'm going to be 40. I'm 47.
Yeah.
Right. So in my generation, like Tupac, Dr. Dre time, like back in those days, like the men that are my age when we dated, like all of us women are super feminine. Like back in those days, like we dated, like, it was kind of like the gangster era, kind of the cholo and everything. And at the end of the day, this is a good point I've been wanting to say on my podcast. So I'm glad I'm here. At the end of the day, the reason why these soft men are like, guys, girls only like the bad boys. Let me tell you why, motherfucker, because you're fucking soft.
Yeah.
It's not that we like the bad boy.
Yeah.
It's that the bad boy is in his masculinity.
Right.
He's in his power.
Yeah.
He's in control. He's aggressive, and he's a protector.
Right.
So it's not the fact that he's abusive or a cheater or treats women like shit. It's the fact that he's in his masculinity. That's what a woman is attracted to.
Right.
She's not attracted to the toxicity. She's not attracted to the cheating. It's the fact that this man is so masculine, so powerful. He's willing to fight for her. He's willing to take care of her. He's willing to provide for her.
Yeah.
So that's what women are attracted to, is that we get to, the bad boy that walks in the room, I guarantee you, he's down to fight for his life and his girl's life.
Of course.
And I walk in with the guy that's smaller than me and skinnier than me, and I got to fight over him.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the mistake is women are not seeking the bad boy. Women are seeking that masculine man who she knows she's protected by.
Of course.
Because only then can we sit back and be like,
yeah, it goes back exactly to what I was just saying. Unfortunately, it is not the female's fault for being in her masculine and not being allowed to be in your feminine. It's the lack of masculine men, and accountability from men, because we are a tribal people, humans. We have evolved in tribes. There's been a king, his soldiers, there's the fucking the blacksmith. There's this guy who has his craft. He's a farmer. Like, he has his craft that he's amazing at. And then he has his family. And it's a society, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a tribe. And the problem is when you see someone in your tribe that is fucking up, or it's making like your survival less, you are supposed to hold that person accountable, or kick him out of the tribe.
Right.
The problem in today's age,
right? Like the weak man of like the caveman days.
Back in the day, they would kick him out of the tribe and they would die because they couldn't survive out in the wilderness on their own. Because one, they're weak, and two, they're little bitches, Yes. So the problem in today's age is that, we live in a soft society where men don't have to really fight like they used to. It's a good and a bad thing. The good thing is that since there are so few strong men and they're masculine, shit, we can have whatever we want, Yeah. And it's really easy because it's easy to compete with these weak people. Like they don't like to work, they don't like to grind, they don't like to study, they don't like to become the best version of themselves. They give up really easily. They blame everybody else. They're little bitches. So it's good to a sense where the top 1-2% of men out there, they're just having a field day because they could do whatever they want.
They can have any woman that they want.
Yeah.
Any woman.
But the problem is that, as a society as a whole, it's gonna end badly. Right now, Russia and China have way more strong masculine men that will beat the shit out of people over here. They come over. Guys over here don't even want to have guns.
Oh my God, it's embarrassing.
If we go to war, we're fucked. Luckily, we have the most wealthiest country when it comes to our military. We got some crazy ass freaking guns and ammunition, all that shit. But as far as the actual soldiers and the actual people, we have a very, very soft country in the United States, and it's self-evident. I go on freaking Instagram and I'll see like these. I just call them children, just complaining and whining, and it's just ridiculous, And I feel like any conversation that I have with people here, I need to bring it back to, we need strong men. We need women to be in their feminine. We need to be in alignment with our biology, And once we do that, then a lot of these issues are going to start to resolve themselves that people have.
100%.
But one thing that I did want to dive deep into it with you is relationships and the male-female dynamic, because you said, this is what I find attractive in a man, someone that can lead, someone that can provide for me, someone that can protect me, who's strong both mentally, physically, right? In your perspective, what do you think men find attractive or find attractive in a female? Take your time.
I'm going to say obviously, okay, so because of society we're right now, a soft man is going to be attracted to a very take control woman who tells him what to do and all that stuff. And a man who's in his masculine, though, he's going to be attracted to the softer, quiet, submissive girl.
Yeah.
So it's depending I can't say that there's an overall, like for women, there is an overall kind of guy we want. We want a provider, a protector, a masculine man.
Yeah.
No woman wants to be in her masculine. Nobody, none, no woman. Do we enjoy? I mean, of course, we want to be powerful in certain areas of our life. And, as an entrepreneur, we all have to be in our masculine. But at the end of the day, we want to drop into it. But these men, I can't, that's not an answer, because there's two types of men. We have the beta man, and then we have the alpha man. The alpha man is always going to choose a woman who knows how to be submissive, who is loving, who is soft, who is tender, who is nurturing.
Right.
Versus a man who's beta, he's going to look for a girl that's going to boss him around, that's going to be controlling and tell him what to do. Yeah. So he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
So that's a hard thing for me to answer, but it's going to be one or two or the other.
Yeah, I see your point. Because
they both want two different girls.
That's true. That's very true. So I guess
an alpha man is not going to want an alpha girl.
Yeah,
they're going to go toe to toe, and it's not going to last
too much
past a few dates ever.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself an alpha girl?
I consider myself.
To be honest with you, I would. I thought you were.
I am.
But now as I'm getting to talk to you a little bit more, I'm feeling your energy, and I'm like,
I'm alpha in the sense of I go after what I want, like my goals and my dreams. I'm masculine when it comes to my dreams.
Yeah.
Because your dreams is going to take an alpha energy. It's going to take the determination, the drive, the goal.
Yeah.
That is a masculine energy.
Yeah.
Versus me sitting back and being like, okay, let me be taken care of. Yeah. So I'm definitely alpha when it comes to my goals and dreams. Yes.
Yeah.
But in my family and my friends and with my loved ones, I'm super beta.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. And I think that's probably the best way for girls to be in today's age, because it's a different game we're playing now. You have to be in your masculine to attain and accomplish certain goals, especially if we're talking about business. You're talking about making money. And like I said earlier, the purpose of life on a biological level is survival and reproduction. The attraction mechanisms between men and female are different. So females' attraction mechanisms are different compared to a male's attraction mechanism. So for you, it is a man's survival value that you find attractive. And what that means is survival. Okay, why are you more attracted to the tall guy and not the short guy? Because if he probably can't take care of me, Why are you attracted to the strong, muscular man, not the fat, out of shape guy? Because if I need someone to protect me, this guy over here, low survival value.
This guy over here, be able to run a mile.
Yeah, exactly. In today's age, survival is money. Because if you have enough income to provide for your family, now you can purchase a safer car. They're not going to blow up in the freeway and crash and kill your family. You live in a nicer neighborhood where it's safe. You're not going to get robbed and raped and killed and stuff. Also, survival could be things like influence and power. It's not always a physical thing for females. You'll see a beautiful, gorgeous woman with a guy that is not all that great looking, but he's a fucking boss. This guy's like owns this company. He's a leader of men. He's a risk taker. He's extremely smart. He's a provider, so his survival value is up here. So if I could tell you, Deanne, I know you're single. You're looking for someone. I have someone that's like perfect for you. He's 6'5", washboard abs, ripped, Greek goddess, looks amazing.
Yes, please.
Most females will be interested, but then if I told you, but he lives at home with his mom, he doesn't work, he's a pothead, and he plays video games all day. You're gonna say, okay, I'll probably sleep with him, but I don't know if I want to. Be long term.
I wouldn't date him. Correct.
Exactly. Now, on the opposite side, if you came to me and you say, hey, Annabelle, I have this girl. She owns her own company. She's a life coach. She's super smart. She's a leader. She has her own company, makes millions, has this brand new Bugatti, lives in the mansion in the Beverly Hills. Guess what I'm thinking?
She's gonna be like a bully.
What I'm thinking is, what does she look like?
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, because guys,
I'm not a guy.
Yeah, exactly. Guys will be like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. What does she look like?
She have tits and ass?
Yeah.
She have tits and ass, though.
And you tell me, but she's, balding and she's fat and, she's got teeth missing. I'm like, well, she could keep her Bugatti. I'm not interested, because men and female, our attraction mechanisms are different.
But you know what? That's because you're alpha. A beta male.
He'd be like, give me that.
He would. I know guys that would be like, I would love that situation. Take
care of me.
I have like a current guy friend who he's always like, I want a sugar mama. I want a sugar mama. I want a sugar mama. And I'm always in my hair thinking, you soft ass pussy motherfucker. Like, go get a fucking job. Like, you hustle. You're the man. But if he would love that. Yeah. And then in my head, I'm just thinking, you're going to be her little bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you could be my little bitch.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a man my little bitch. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's just so weird for me to treat a man like a little bitch is super weird for me.
Yeah, some guys are into that kind of stuff, Not me.
I know. I have them on my OnlyFans. That I can handle.
Yeah. Hey, take their money.
Pay me to do it? What's another thing?
That's funny. Well, I know you're kind of because when people say porn star, they automatically will stigmatize you, categorize you, put you in a certain category. And I feel like, you're kind of like a rebel or like an outsider, when it comes to what you do because of that stigma. Now you say ex porn star, so you're out of the industry altogether.
Correct. I've been.
What does that mean to you?
So what ex porn star means is it's been over 7 years. So I'm going to say 8 years. We're in 2023 now. You know when the new year comes, you got to add like a year to all your stories.
Yeah.
So I was saying, I think I've said 7 years for a really long time. So it might be 9 or 10.
Let's go 8. We'll go with 8.
Okay, so
it's been 8 years.
So it's been 8 years since I've ever shot for a porn company.
Okay.
And then a few years ago when I started my OnlyFans, I had my old website, got all my old videos I had on there, started selling it. And so now I do have OnlyFans. So, like I have other stuff that I do on there. Yeah. But in response to like you going all over like the big, porn websites, I'm nowhere to be found anymore. I'm known as retired.
Okay. Now it makes a lot more sense because I'm like, she's an ex-porn star, but she's still got an OnlyFans. So like,
So when we say ex-porn star, that means like I'm a retired porn star. I'm always going to be a porn star. I'm always going to be Kiara Mia. Yeah. It's like, am I active or retired?
I see. Yeah. I see. That's interesting. So now I kind of see you as someone that is kind of leading the pack when it's helping people that are looked at as outsiders or rebels. So why don't you dig deep a little bit into your philosophy when it comes to personal development and to coaching?
Okay. So this is something that's really dear to my heart. I'm the coach for the man or woman who has been to hell and back.
Oh, I love that.
I've
been there a few times.
Exact. I've said that. I said not only once, I've been there twice.
I could draw the map for you.
Yes. I'm like, I've looked Satan like in his eye to eye. I'm like, that's what I'm the coach for. Yeah. Like, I'm not the coach to like, that's a conservative Christian woman to like teach you like these, true family values or like these Bible things. Like, I'm not that coach. Yeah. Like, I'm not coming here to teach conservatism but I'm here for the rebel. I'm here for the black sheep of the family. I'm here for the drug addict. I'm here for the murderer. I'm here for the people in prison. I'm here for people who've been raped, molested, and any hardcore traumas, people who are suicidal, anybody with mental illness. I can coach you. Yeah. Because I've been there. I can coach you out of it. Yeah. I can show you the steps that I took and how I'm at today. Because today I'm living my most magnetic life. Yeah. Yeah. And that's where my coaching rebirth comes into. Wow. Because unfortunately, when you've been through the gutter, when you've been through housing, you've been through the ghetto, you don't know that you can reach to this level because you've no one around you, no one's been there. Yeah, the thing with that is it's a paradigm, So you'll have 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th generation welfare recipients, and then you'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 generation multimillionaires. Yep. Because if all you know is poverty, crime, all that addiction, then you tend to repeat the cycle. And to change a paradigm is very, very difficult. And just throw that little quote in, the 5 people you surround yourself with are exactly who you're going to be in a year. So we can throw that quote in there. Yeah. It's funny that, people say that, but they don't really actually practice it. They'll be like, the 5 people that you surround yourself, you become, and then like you still hanging out with your fucking dumbass friends. Because people think their friends are successful. Like your friend is not successful. They don't know that because they haven't been in a different friend group. That's what I'm saying. It's those paradigms. So they think like, like how do you break free of that? So that's where us as coaches, right? So that's where like we get to use our platform. So like anybody who has any kind of fame, anybody who's has any kind of say so in the public, like you get to use your platform to say, hey, like this is where I used to be, but this is where I am today. So, you hear a lot of like actors who, used to be in prison and, used to be drug addicts and, they use their platform now to say, hey, like I got to get out of the gang and look at, I'm on Hollywood movies now. Like I own my own companies now and, I have these nonprofits and they get to go back to the hood and tell other, little homies like, hey, bro, like, let me tell you what's up. Like that life, I didn't have fun in prison for 15 years. Yeah. So it's really about we who have been there, who saw someone else. So I had other coaches that I saw other women that had, that they didn't have to take their clothes off. And I was like, you're getting paid $100K a month and you're not taking your clothes off? Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me pick that brain. So I started hanging out with all these people. I started getting coached by them. I started getting mentored. Yeah. And that's how I started. But it took them to follow their dreams and have their platforms. Because if they've never had their platforms, how would I ever have coached with them?
Yeah.
So it takes everyone who's ever been to hell and back, whatever your gift is, I think everyone should be a coach. Everyone who's in alignment with their higher self should be a coach, because there's somebody 2 or 3 steps right below you who doesn't know how to get to even that one step above.
Yeah.
So for me to stand here and say, hey, this is what I did, for you to stand and say your thing, that one little thing's going to spark a little flame in their soul. And they're going to be like, wait, I always want to be a coach, but I didn't think anybody take her seriously. She's a freaking porn star. And what the hell? Like, imagine the shit that people are telling her, but she's still giving no fucks.
Yeah.
She's still not caring.
No fucks given.
She's on fire to help others, to serve others. Because at the end of the day, as coaches, that's what we're doing. I'm here to touch, move, and inspire. I'm here to serve. I'm here to be an instrument in the hand of God who's writing the world a love letter. So, and no one out there can ever tell me, no, God's not using you. God's using the people who've been to hell and back. He's using the drug addicts, the prostitutes, the gamblers, he's using the darkest people, because those are the people that have the real testimonies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get coached by someone who's never been through what I've been through.
Exactly.
You know, like even I walk into a room sometimes with like super like religious people who've never been through, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I'm already like, I'm the crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like I'm the crazy one. Like I'm going to want to twerk, and I'm going to want to curse, and I'm going to want to talk about dick sucking. Like, you know, I'm going to want to talk about slamming dope. Like there's just like, these are conversations to me that I'm going to find funny that they're probably not.
Yeah. They're going to be triggered.
Right. But you put me in a room with other drug addicts, it's going to be funny to me. You put me in a room with, you know, porn stars, I'm going to get along. Like you put me in a room with mentally insane people, I'm going to get along with them too.
Yeah.
Like, because I've been to all these places, like we're the people that we don't blend in with what the rest of the world deems normal. Like put me in a place and tell me to be normal. I'm like,
you're like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Literally, I'm like, how long do I got to be here? Like, it's just
funny.
It's not in my bones. Like my soul craves freedom, creativeness, you know, to be magical, to stand out, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of people in today's age are suffering with some form of unsatisfaction in their life. Whether it comes in the form of depression, anxiety, they just hate their job, they hate their relationships, they hate this, they don't like how they look, they don't like how they feel, there's something about most people right now that they're not happy in their current circumstance. And from the sound of it, one of the quickest shortcuts is finding people that have been through the darkness, have been through hell and back, and use them as a tool to help you get to where you want to be. And a big purpose of my show, this podcast, is exactly that. So what I do is I find people like yourself that are successful in what they're doing. They have insight. Insight is very, very different. It's something that you gain through actually doing it. This ain't some fucking book we're reading, you know. Exactly. This is my life. And I'm telling you shit that I've been through.
Like, I went to Yale for 10 years to get my doctor's degree to teach you about suicide. But have you ever thought about blowing your brains out? No. How are you going to tell me? Like
my buddy, Art Martinez, the one I was telling you that has the most views on it. Yeah. So he's a high school dropout.
Is he single?
No, he's married.
Oh. Damn it. All right.
But he's a high school dropout, multi-millionaire, you know, drives around in a Phantom. He's got his Lamborghinis and shit. And same thing he says, like, why would you learn business from someone that's never owned a business? Yeah. Why go to school to learn business? Like, I'm a business owner. I'll teach you this shit. You know, I'll teach you how to make money. Like, ask your teacher how much money they make. He's like, I make their annual income in a month, you know? Like, why would you learn from that person, not from someone that's actually been there? So the purpose of this show is to find people like that and have them give their insight, their wisdom from their life story. And the same thing repeats over and over and over again, and that's called the mentor, the wise wizard. So the
oracle. So that's why that's so, instead of those hardcore masculine words, remember even when we were talking at the beginning, you're like, life coach, and I was like, oh, that's too masculine. Like no, like oracle. Like, so oracle.
So the masculine version is the wise wizard. So in everybody's hero's journey, everybody has one. A hero's journey is where the first step of the hero's journey is the step into the unknown. So leaving your normal life, in your words, you call that rebirth, rebranding yourself. So you're stepping out into the unknown. Most people are fucking scared of leaving their little neighborhood, leaving the Shire, if you're a freaking hobbit, you know, whatever place that you feel safe in order for you to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to leave that place. If you're a kid, the reason why I call these whiny people kids, even though they're 40, 50 years old, they haven't left home. They're still little bitches living with their mom, you know? So you have to step out. And the next process is you're going to come across, you know, some obstacles. And a lot of times, if you're lucky, you'll find a mentor, a wise wizard that'll guide you on your journey. Be like, hey, I've been to hell. Don't go down, Martin Luther King Boulevard. You're going to get stabbed by the hobo with the freaking crazy eye and shit.
That red trash can, that's someone behind it.
Or if you get lost, they'll be like, hey, follow this path. It'll get you back on track. Right. That's what a mentor is. And the cool thing is, in today's age, you don't have to exactly know them personally. You can go on to unleashyoursexy.com and you can, you're connected now. You're connected to you. Yeah. Where most people if we're living back in the 50s and shit, not even that long ago, in the 80s, and there's no internet, and they see someone that's successful like you, they have very little chance of connecting. Be like, hey, how did you do what you did? And how did you, they can't do that. Now it's so easy. That's what I'm telling you. It's good and it's a bad thing, because it's so fucking easy to become successful in today's age, because there's so much information out there. Right. Your job is to just go get it and then apply it in your life, and then reiterate your plan if you have to a couple times, and then you're going to be all right, you know? And for me, it's always been mentors that have guided me and helped me out of tough situations. And what happens is, as you go on this journey multiple times, the next step is facing the dragon, which is you have a big obstacle. Most people kind of quit their journey at that point, because they don't know how to overcome things. They're very soft and they don't have thick skin. And that's where that masculinity has to come into play, where you have to dig deep and go through tough situations. But
actually, it's not thick skin. You need to have courage and bravery.
That's a better way of saying it.
Yeah.
And the thing that what happens is, if you overcome those tough parts in your life, you come out of those with wisdom and insight. And then guess what? You become the oracle.
You're a waking motherfucker.
You become the oracle. That's why you said everybody should be a coach, because I don't think everybody, I think you have to go, you have to
people who have
overcome.
Of course.
You have to overcome shit, and you have to gain insight, wisdom, self-accountability, control of your emotions, understanding. All of this stuff you have to gain before you can give back, because I also see a lot of people talking without actually having any value to provide. They're just talking, you know? So I think you like you said, I kind of connect a lot with you, because I'm also been to hell a few times and back, you know? So I feel like we're on the same frequency when it comes to that. And I'm really, really curious to see where the next step for Deanna is. So right now, Deanne, sorry. I always want to say Deanna. I don't know why.
Everyone does. Yeah.
So
I think because Diana is a really popular name, so everyone just automatically says Deanna.
Yeah, and I wanted to call you Kiara too.
You could call me Kiara as well, yeah.
So what is the next step for you? What are your goals? What are you focusing on now? What is happening in your life that you want to kind of promote and work on?
Okay, so right now we have Rebirth, which is my baby. It's like, I love Rebirth. Like my heart and my passion is into Rebirth. So we have Rebirth right now, where people can coach with me.
Yeah.
And then I have, which is a group, like a mastermind. I also offer one-on-one coaching.
Right.
For anyone that wants a little more discretion, or somebody that wants deeper support.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are famous. People don't want to be in a mastermind. Or there's just some people that, they want more support. Maybe they want to have access to me 24/7.
Yeah.
Be able to like, hey, like I'm having a bad day. I could be like, blah, 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 like A, B, C, and D. Like, let's go. Like, we like literally run through like best friends. Like, da, 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 like I got you. Da, da, da. So these are both of my number one things where I'm at right now and what I'm creating. We're also working on it is going to be called Sacred. It's going to be a retreat. It's going to be a 7-day retreat.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
do you already have the venue, the location?
It's in Arizona.
Arizona?
Sedona.
It's beautiful. Oh my God.
It's stunning. It's a stunning location. So
that's something that me and a group of friends are putting together, a men's development seminar.
Yes.
But I was really thinking of doing something like that, a retreat. I think it would be more value. There would be more value in that than like a 2-hour, speech and shit.
There's the distinction. So the 2-hour thing is motivation.
Yeah.
Versus 7 days, it's going to be experiential, which means people can actually have a breakthrough.
Yeah.
With end results, the same thing too. When people ask me what's the difference, like people could go through my coaching program versus my mastermind versus coaching with me one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like there's different levels to it. So like,
of course,
and I've also thought about but I also want to do like a brunch. So I'm also a sound bowl healer.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen little video clips of you with your sound bowls. So I wanted
to start like a Soul Sundays kind of vibe going.
Everything in this world is a frequency, just so you know.
Yeah. I know. The 7 sound bowls correlate with the 7 chakras, which correlate with the 7 notes on a piano.
Yeah. People, what's your vibe?
Yeah. So like it all correlates to each other. So I'm going to be starting a Sacred Soul Sundays, where I'll be having a sound bath in the morning. We'll be doing a release of things that's no longer serving us for the day, for the week, for the month. And then we'll be putting our intentions in for the rest of the week. Okay. So we'll be manifesting at the end of the ceremony. And then I wanted to offer like a brunch with it.
That's awesome.
So that I was thinking during the brunch part of, we could have some speakers come in. So that's just motivation, People get to come, listen, and then they leave. Yeah. Versus a retreat, we're putting work in.
Yeah. It's more immersive. It's more transformational.
Transformational,
and that's what I'm about. I'm about transformation. About it's funny. Your brand name for your coaching program is Rebirth, and my symbol to dreams to reality is the phoenix. And it's essentially
the quote.
Symbolizes the same thing, which is you have to kill your old self to create your new self. And it's all in your hand. It's all in your mind actually, because you can recreate yourself with your thoughts, and it takes a lot of work, and it's difficult, like I said, to change those paradigms, those doubts, those self-limiting beliefs for most people. But having someone that could guide you and help you and get you on the right track is awesome. So anybody out there that's looking to become your most magnetic self, make sure you go to unleashyoursexy.com.
And it's with the I, not a Y.
That's
Somebody
right.
took that one.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
I had to make an I at the end.
You should have made it .net. I could have kept it.
That was taken too.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, no. I think I have it. No, I do have it. But there's something about .com just
it actually sticks out better that way. Sexy with an I.
With the I.
Yeah, I like it. So you guys make sure you check out the website. There's a free masterclass on there, correct?
It's available once they sign up for my newsletter.
Oh, okay. So sign up for that newsletter. You'll get the free masterclass.
You'll get a link to it,
You'll get a better understanding of what Deanne does, and I'm sure you'll be impacted in a positive way. And as far as your other business, your OnlyFans, do you promote that, or is it just like
of course,
does its own thing now?
And
if you want to see her butt and her,
so we talk about 7. I want 7 different revenues.
There we go.
So that's one of my revenue streams.
So let's talk about business, because I don't think people really understand how much income is in pretty much everything that you're doing. It's a lot of income that's probably coming in from all these different sources of revenue. So you have your coaching business, you have your OnlyFans. Do you have other sources of income as well? Because I saw today you did your Amazon. You were telling me a little bit about
Amazon. I have my YouTube, which I have I'm a huge traveler influencer on there. I have 16 million views.
Yeah, I was looking at your YouTube.
So my travel
guys,
vlogs,
make sure to
YouTube.
check out her YouTube. It's also Unleash Your Sexy, right? Same brand?
No, it's youtube.com under Deanne Munoz.
Deanne Munoz.
Yeah,
guys, go check out her YouTube. Subscribe, and it's a lot of blogging on that one, right?
There's travel vlogs. All of my podcasts are recorded live there. They're there. My motivational videos. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Everything's on there. Yeah.
Awesome. Is there any other businesses that you're involved with, or you don't want to disclose at this time? You're like, I'm a silent partner for.
Right. No, that's at the moment. That's my income.
So we're working on 4 more. You need 7, right?
Yeah. I think Airbnb is going to be the next one.
Oh, there we go. A little arbitrage.
Yeah.
Real estate. I mean, to me, that's like the long-term goal is having, multiple investment properties, but you got to have the revenue first to be able to invest into that. But I really want to thank you, for coming on today's show.
Thank you for having me. It was a privilege.
For sharing your insight, your wisdom. I had a really fun time, and I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on your career and what you're doing. I'd love to have you come back on the show in the future when you have anything else going on, or if you want to bring a guest or anything like that, you're more than welcome to. And guys, make sure to subscribe to the Dreams to Reality podcast on YouTube, our Instagram. Go follow Deanne. Go subscribe to her.
Sexy.
Subscribe to her OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's to the guys. And
link is onlyfans.com/the only Kiara Mia.
There you go, guys. And see you guys next time.